What's going on, guys? Gomes here, back again on another MLB The Show 20 Diamond Dynasty video. We sit here, I sit upon y'all, on the 26th of July, a mere 2-ish days from now. We're gonna have the big, the beefy, the brand new collection. The chase for ellipses is finally going to have a name tied to those ellipses. Yes, I'm still referring to it as the Honus collection because it's easier, despite the fact that Honus has been confirmed not to be in there. That's the only thing we know, the only thing tried and true, set in stone. It could be fucking Joe Creedy for all we know, but it's not going to be Honus, so we do know that. I'm going to be doing my prediction video and also going over some more tips on what I think cards you guys are going to need to start getting into. So before we get into this video, make sure to leave a like down below. If you guys do enjoy the content, subscribe if you guys are new to the channel on the road to 50,000. Gameplay's coming soon. I got delayed, sorry. The Rays are kicking ass. They're 1-1 on the road to 30-30 season. So getting into this one. Now, I tweeted about this earlier today. At first, I thought I was, putting on the tinfoil condom. I don't think so. I think my guess is pretty straightforward to who I think this big collection is going to be. And that's Reggie Stocker. And I have reason to back that up. I'm gonna go over all the clues. Gomes, how much of the Kool-Aid have you been drinking tonight? I promise you, only a sip. I think I am well versed in my reasoning behind this one, and I shall begin here. So, we're gonna start out with the big things, the biggins. The biggest thing that I have to point towards Reggie Stocker or Barry Bonds being in MLB The Show 20 as the new collection. You guys might know that they are soon shutting down the servers to MLB The Show 16. I've mentioned this before. I always knew it was sometime in the middle of the summer. Exactly the date that it expires, that the servers you're no longer going to be able to play online, is the 28th of July. The same exact day where we have this brand new collection dropping in MLB The Show 20. Now, I thought it was close, but the fact that it is the same day, the last time Barry Bonds has been, the only time he's been in a Diamond Dynasty game under the pseudonym Reggie Stocker because they don't have the rights to him, was MLB 16. This, in my opinion, would be the absolute perfect parallel, and I think it makes a lot of sense. But if you are not convinced yet, let's keep on going. So you guys might remember once we had the 5th inning program revealed, we had Mariano Rivera, we had Big Papi, and then we had a new hidden legend that they referred to. Now this was the first time they streamed, I think, this year because of the whole sickness. And we saw this video to reveal Larry Walker. And it showed a giant stadium. Oracle Park. I know it as AT&T Park. Only 2000s kids know it as that. Now you might see this video as a one-time troll thinking, oh, it's a new legend. They might think, ooh, this will be a real gut buster, a hoot and a holler. They might think they're getting Baronald. I see it as a hint for the future. I think those two things really match up, but we're not done yet. There is so much shit pointing towards Barry Bonds, in my opinion. I promise you. The next thing, the chase for ellipses that I've been memeing on so long. The chase for a lot of people, some people thought it was Chase Utley, yeah. Here, guys, spend $2,000 and you guys can get a 99 Chase Utley. How about it? Nice little bargain there. We got any buyers? The chase for most people think is due to home runs. The home run chase for McGuire and Sosa, or the home run record, which again ties in with Barry Bonds. Again, the chase for the home run record, the video, the server shutting down, but there is more. This is a bit of a stretch, but it does have something to say. Prepare your collections. Who was our collection reward in MLB The Show 16? Reggie Stocker. He was the National League collection reward in Diamond Dynasty that year. Does that mean anything? Is it probably just words? Probably. Let's keep moving on to the next one. They have hit so hard. They are basically ramming this point down our throat like it's a foot-long glizzy from Sonic. That they are emphasizing on 1990 and 2000, that era for brand new legends. Who fits the bill? Barry Bonds. Reggie Stocker. Exactly the same. Something else to point to is Reggie Stocker requires no right agreements. Remember, that's the reason why they used him in MLB The Show 16 as Reggie Stocker, and I think you can actually date that back to the inception, the beginning of MLB The Show, when he was actually still in the league. He was in like 1 or 2 games. I never remember what they are. But he would still be in the game under the pseudonym Reggie Stocker. He didn't allow his rights within the MLB Players Association, which is extremely rare. I think Clemens might have been the same. I'm not exactly sure. But we saw that. It is convenient. It is free. It is right there for SDS. They have to do nothing for it. And on top of it, to wrap it all into a nice little ball, the fact that they know people are going to shell out cash for this. If they drop a 99 Barry Bonds and 99 Reggie Stocker, which obviously this is MLB The Show 16 stats, but this card would have nearly maxed out power against both righties and lefties. It really depends how they do it. I don't know. I really don't know what they would do, because you see the card art right here from MLB 16. I don't know. Because if they gave him a signature, technically that would give him kind of like the speed that he had when he was with the Pirates. I don't know if the same would work if they gave him a prime, if they used that same card art from MLB 16, which is what I would assume they would do, because if they don't have his rights, they obviously can't use a photo of him unless they're gonna, I don't know, Photoshop another thing like they did back in MLB 16. So I think it's likely it would be a prime showcasing the same card art from MLB 16. I'm not sure how that would work, but it would be a dominant card. Everybody could agree. Nobody in their right mind would say, you know what, I don't know how good a Barry Bonds card could be. You know, lefty bat, 762 home runs in his career, won many Gold Gloves, stole a shit ton of bases in his career, and hit for contact. I'm not sure. Not sold. Give me Scott Pusednik instead. I'd rather shell out some cash for that. Obviously, that's being a little bit jokish, but that's what I'm saying. That is my case for Barry Bonds. Is there other opportunities for other players? Absolutely. I still think Babe Ruth is a possibility. The big thing with Babe Ruth, though, yes, he's a huge name. One, he's always been kind of hard to get. The Immortals in MLB 18, I think most people could agree, those were a kind of egregious grind, and he also had to put a good amount of stubs into it. Last year, he was World Series, which went for like 400K last year. I don't know if everybody just sucked, and I know obviously I didn't make it there, but it was really expensive, and that was towards the end of the year. Other guys, Willie Mays, I just don't see this, and I think a lot of guys have... a lot of people around the community have kind of agreed with this point that I don't think they're going to make Willie Mays the Live Series collection, and then go a step further and make him even harder to get the next year. I think he's probably going to be maybe an inning boss, or maybe he'll be a World Series reward of some sort. Also, we got Mickey Mantle at center field as the Live Series collection reward. It wouldn't make sense for them to double up on the same position. Reggie Stocker, Barry Bonds would likely be a left fielder, so that would be a bit different. Otherwise, I don't really know who else they could do it to realistically make people want to get it with legends in the game. Think about Frank Thomas. Who was really looking at a first baseman with 50, 60 fielding? If you get real wet and wild, you sugarcoat the shit out of that attribute. I don't think there's really any other legends in the game now, unless adding some like Hank Aaron, like Sammy Sosa, like Mark McGwire. But a lot of those guys, for Sosa and McGwire, for example, they typically aren't too into going after guys who have used steroids. I know there's exceptions. I know there's rumors about Ortiz. I think he failed the drug test. Sheffield, Bagwell. I know there's cases. Giambi, there's instances. But typically, you don't see the known guys, Sosa, McGwire, Clemens, Palmeiro, Bonds in there. Stocker would be different. That is a kind of a loophole for them to add him in. So we're going to have to wait and see. I think it's either going to be Babe Ruth or Barry Bonds. I think it's one of those two. I don't think they're going to get Barry Bonds' rights. That would be pretty amazing if they did. I think it's likely going to be Reggie Stocker, which might turn some people off, that it's not actually officially Barry Bonds, but I don't think many people are going to care that much. talking a bit more, just a brief little segment about what I think we are going to see. I talked about the obvious ones being all of these series cards, the flashbacks. You're definitely going to need signatures, primes. Prospects, I think, are basically now confirmed. Prospect players, if you guys didn't know, they actually updated this graphic about a week ago. Bobby Shmurda coming out soon. And I think Serenity tweeted, that was cringe by the way, I think Serenity tweeted it out that they added in a couple of these prospect players, such as the Adley, the Gavin Lux, the Bobby Witt, the guys that were released not in this prospect pack. They are now in here, which basically all but confirms that you are going to need prospects. Now, what are you going to need? How many are you going to need? That's the big question. I think it'll honestly be a huge collection where there might be multiple rewards. I think there's definitely going to be a ton of XP packs and stuff that you're going to get, but I wouldn't be surprised if maybe they have multiple players. What if they had Frank Thomas and a Reggie Stocker, something like that? Because we have so many different card series this year. I think Home Run Derby is also basically a lock since we saw all those flash sales for set 1 and set 2. That's pretty clear that they're trying to drive the price down and give a little nudge on the shoulder that these are going to be in the collection. You might want to start getting these. So I think, truth be told, about everything is needed. I wouldn't be surprised if maybe for Face of the Franchise, you need this nameplate collection, especially being that you can buy some of these cards, or if you wanted to grind them out. And these cards, the original Face of the Franchise, guys, I wouldn't be surprised if you need about 30 prospects. Maybe you're going to need the Wander Franco right here. That wouldn't surprise me at all. There's already these collection rewards, these things that you could throw in that really makes sense and ties into everything. So I would really be prepared. I think if you get 75% or so of the available prime cards, somewhere along that line, you're probably going to be in the clear. Who knows if they're going to drop a bunch, maybe in packs or something. Once the collection does come out on Tuesday, we're going to have to wait and see as far as that goes. But what we do know is it's going to be big, and I am really, really excited. Who knows if they're going to tweet out clues or something. I kind of hope they don't. I want to be surprised on Tuesday and see what we're going to see. But I am sticking to my prediction on Barry Bonds. Or Reggie Stocker. I'm right either way. It's the same goddamn person. No, I swear, somebody says, Gomes, you were wrong. It's actually... they pick a different name. It's Joe Schmo. That's the new placeholder for Barry Bonds. I can't wait to see. Let me know. Leave a like if you guys did enjoy this one. Thank you all for watching. Hope you guys have a great rest of the day. There goes some Saudi.